All right, so the teams that were in question here, because people wondered, the skeptics said, well, how can you have this be fair from the fans running it here? You said it's got to be the teams that are undefeated, it's got to be the teams at the top, so it was USC, Oklahoma, and Auburn, correct? Basically the top three.
Top three, but now, since the bowl games are done being played, it's USC, Auburn, and Utah, because they're the only ones that are unbeaten so far.
All right, and the true national champion said by the people on fans poll.
Who's the people's champ?
Give me a drum roll of some kind if you can. Oh, jeez.
Oh, good. Great.
Can I say it now?
Yeah.
Okay. The people's national champion is the Auburn Tigers.
Congratulations, Auburn. There you go. The people have spoken, and they told fanspoll.com that Cadillac and Ronnie and Coach Tuberville and company, national champs.
As a matter of fact, guys, and George, speaking of the people's champ being the Auburn Tigers, we're happy to welcome in via the phone on the Sports Night crew, Coach Tommy Tuberville of the Auburn Tigers. Coach Tuberville, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, Coach. We've got George Brown here. He created fanspoll.com, and he says that the people, Coach, they voted the Auburn Tigers as being #1 and the true national champs. How does that make you feel, Coach Tuberville?
Well, that's outstanding, and you know it's good that some people recognize you know what kind of football team we had this year. It was a great season. Obviously, we got left out of the championship game, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that recognize that we probably should have been in that championship game after it was played. And, you know, who knows? I think we have the best team in the country, and I think that this people's poll will give us an opportunity to say we were national champs, and it means a lot to us, and we look forward to having a trophy and putting our name on a ring saying that we are 2004 national champs of the college football season.
Coach, I've been critical from the standpoint I felt that there were some opportunities because style points aren't supposed to match, but the system is, whether we like it or not, style points do match. Or they do matter. Do you have any regrets about, in some cases, not maybe putting another touchdown on the board or anything like that?
You know, all through the season, you know, we decided as a staff that we wanted to make sure our players enjoyed this season, not only our starters, but also our backups, the guys that really work hard in practice. And it's a truly team sport, and this was a team football team. We played a lot of players. We played 70, sometimes 80 players a week in a football game, and that's very unusual. And it kept our momentum. It kept all of our guys focused on what we were doing, and made us a better football team. It's going to help us for next year. So I was never into beating people as bad as we could. We could have scored a lot more points. I heard a coach from one of the teams that played in the BCS championship game say he did it on purpose. He scored more points. He wanted to show people that they had a good football team, and to me that's not college sports. And so did it cost us getting in the championship game? Probably not, because we could have beat every team 30 points. I don't think some of the people would have changed their votes because they wanted to prove to people that they picked them #1 at the beginning of the season. They wanted to show them that they were #1 at the end of the season. But obviously, we should have been in that game. We weren't. But we will accept this national championship and be proud of it.
All right, Coach, before we let you go, I've got this gorgeous trophy over my shoulder here, the Fans Poll Championship Trophy, and here's what we want. We want you to put this up on the line against USC in their BCS National Championship. We'll figure out the arena, and you and Coach Carroll, get your teams ready. Let's get it done.
Hey, we'll meet them anytime, anywhere, any place, and I think it'd be exciting. It's just unfortunate this game wasn't planned before this year, but it's been a great season anyway, and who knows? We could have done the same thing to either one of those teams. What happened in the bowl game the other night? Well, it does mean a lot. Again, this is the people speaking about who they thought was the national championship team. If you look at the AP and the coaches poll, that's just an opinion also, and so. Usually the fans are right, and we're going to accept this, and we're going to claim ourselves national champs of the 2004 season.
And don't just claim yourselves national champs, Coach. You guys deserve it. Awesome job. You just don't go 13-0 and win a big-time bowl game in the SEC. And I thought it was awesome when you were speaking with the guys after the championship game, and you said, my guys are here, and we've got our pads, and we'll play them right now. That was awesome, Coach.
Well, that's exactly how we felt. But like you said, it's very difficult to do what we did to go 13-0. We had a very balanced team. We were strong on offense, defense, and kicking game. We're probably the most balanced team in the country. We played the most consistent. Only one game that we played this year was in doubt, and that was the LSU game early in the season. And after that, we basically put everybody away by halftime, and And again, we had some great players. We had Ronnie and Carnell and Jason Campbell, Carlos Rogers, just some tremendous football players that, unfortunately for them, they didn't get to play in the Orange Bowl, but we played in the Sugar Bowl. We played a very good Virginia Tech team. We showed who was the best team in that game. That means that we were the best team in the ACC and the SEC, two of the better conferences in the country.
Coach, let me ask you this. Obviously, you know, the AP pulling out of the BCS, what does this actually mean for the BCS?
Well, it sounds like to me they're getting ready to have a committee put together to pick the two teams to play in the national championship next year, and you know, that worries me. You know, I don't like teams picking. I like for teams to play off and play the games to determine a true national champion. But you know, we football coaches don't have any say-so about it. Unfortunately, the administrators and the presidents are the ones that have the say-so, and not to say that they shouldn't. It means that, to me, that football coaches should be more involved in selection of how this championship should be determined.
All right, last thing, Coach, for you, and we appreciate you joining us. Will you give your kids rings besides the SEC championship rings, and do you think we ever get to the point where we're talking about some sort of a playoff?
Well, we'll have some sort of playoff one of these days. I don't know how close or near future that will be, but we'll have some playoff. And, yes, we will. We'll have 13-0 on a ring. We'll have SEC champions on the ring. We'll have Sugar Bowl champions on the ring. And we'll have 2004 national championship on this ring. So it's been a great year. Hey, we can't do any better than what we did. And nobody can tell us that we weren't the best team because it wasn't proven on the field. So we'll accept this. We do appreciate everything. George, thank you for starting this poll. This means a lot to us and the Auburn people, and I know our football team will be excited.
Thank you again, Coach Tuberville. Thank you for your job that you did on the field with the Auburn Tigers this year, and congratulations on your new contract, Coach.
Thank you very much.